Really
Yeah,
flat?
but I meant the oval-ish ones.
The ovalish.
What Altoids?
The oval-ish.
No, you're talking about Tic Tacs?
peppermint mints.
Peppermint.
Ones you
Mint.
get
Oh
at
no.
restaurants that melt.
Yeah. Okay, no, like the puffed ones.
Yeah,
The ones that are like puffed.
Yeah, kind
Oh,
of.
I hate those fucking things.
Those
That's
like
old
dinner
people
All right, guys,
shit.
it's great hanging out with you.
That's
Yeah,
some,
okay, yeah, see it, bro.
that's some like old people shit.
That's okay. Cody started when it
Yes.
cold open. So
Ladies
that's
and
Yes.
gentlemen, we are back. This is episode 83.
Oh, we
of
started.
the Vitamin C
Yeah, he
podcast.
cold opened it.
We have Kyle on the cast today. This is a Vitamin Crit episode.
Yes, I have something planned.
You
Sort
can
of.
give me a better introduction than that.
The gay guy in the room.
That's a pretty good intro. I don't know.
Good enough. So we're gonna do a Vitamin Crit episode today. It's episode
Here to fill the quota.
83 of the cast, technically. 83.
Yeah.
It is. Give me a timestamp. I don't have my phone on me.
7:03 p.m. Friday, September 20th.
Excellent. So now we have a timestamp. We're good. Okay, great. So before we get into today's little adventure, is there anything going on in your lives that you would like to discuss before we happen to pop into anything other than what we've been going through as a collective? But anything other than that, we've been hitting the gym. We have been hitting the
Well,
gym.
actually, the other day, really recently, I got hit up by two friends to come on and do a podcast. And
What the hell are you doing here?
I was really
Fuck out.
I was really contemplating not going, but I was held against my will. And
Yeah. Sorry.
No Chick-fil-A sauce.
no, life's been good, man.
Life has been good. Yeah, the gym's been great. You know, we've been.
Yeah,
this is only our first week back.
Today
but,
was the least painful.
well, yeah,
So.
we've had time to recover since our last
I was hoping
adventure.
my arms would click.
Only a little bit. I shouldn't do that because my arms hurt.
There's a stretch that my chiropractor showed me where you hold like that for like a few seconds, and then you hold like that.
Oh, is it supposed to hurt like that?
Yeah, and then
Oh
you
my
do
goodness.
this. You do something like this with your wrist.
Well, I don't know if stretches are supposed to hurt. You're supposed to feel tension.
I might just
but-
keep pulling on it too
helped,
hard.
it helped my.
Well, that's gonna sound great on
well,
the
not,
audio.
not like this.
Well, stretching after a
This?
workout
Oh
probably
no!
hurts, yes.
See, I did this. I meant to do this. Is what I meant
Oh,
to do.
okay.
That's what I'm meaning to do.
Okay. Yeah, no, that helps apparently. Like my arms were really fucking like I could not straighten them out,
Oh,
and I ended up doing that and popped it, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a lot better.
Yeah, I used to work at a warehouse where they used to make you do those because you use your hands a lot, so you could make you do those all the time before our shift even starts.
mm-hmm.
It's nice. It's good for you.
I never do stretches. I really should, but
Stretch, people. Stretch.
I would love to get
very
back
good
into
idea.
stretching and all that jazz. I say back into, but I've never been a stretcher, so I can't.
Well, you're
really.
gonna need it.
I'm sure.
You're
I'm
old
going to
now,
need it. I
Casey.
know. I'm an old
You know
ass
what my
man.
chiropractor said to me too that threw me the fuck off when I first started going? I'm like, I don't know why, like my back and this and
Well,
whatever.
you're not.
And he's
16
like,
anymore.
you're not. That's what he said. He's like, you're not 15 anymore. And I'm like, oh my god, did I just get called old? I'm in my 20s. I'm like, that's the first time anybody didn't
Hey,
say
man.
you're still young. You'll walk it off.
Hey man, look. If we live to 100, we're a quarter of the way there already.
I'm going to 300. I don't
Oh,
know
wow.
about you. I'm going to 300.
Dude, I'm going to 30.
Bro's chicken. I'm chicken out at 30. Fuck y'all.
I'm not even going to make these years count. I'm just going to get through them. You know what I mean? That's it.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta get water. I'm very thirsty.
Would you like to go get a water? We'll sit here and break before.
Would you want to just keep it going?
We can keep it going for a bit. Just go get your water. Damn.
Don't talk shit behind my back.
Well, I'll be filling in for Cody for the rest of this episode.
Yes. Kyle will now be
Kyle's
participating.
My name is now spelled with a C, so.
Kyle with a C.
Kyle with a C.
C-Y-L-E. That's Sile. What the fuck? Sile.
Sounds like I'm from Wales. Wales, UK.
I'll go try and do a Welsh accent, but I don't think I can do one of those.
Just speak incoherently. You're good.
No, I'm not even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there.
Apologies if anyone watching this is Welsh. That was not personal.
Yeah, it's not the Welsh we have a problem with. It's the English.
True.
Right? Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's a flawed language. Just be honest.
Honestly, yeah. I feel like, just speak American.
Just speak
Like,
American.
it's fucking ridiculous.
Honestly, if we all went back to speaking American like everyone used to, we'd be good. Honest.
I love that this xenophobia bit has gone on this long. Holy. One of these days, it's just going to become not a joke, so we have to stop before before it kicks off, it's like fucking Sparking Zero and me being like, oh, can't wait for a pool to get in. Can't wait for a pool. And it became not a joke anymore. And I was like, man, I really hope a pool gets into Sparking Zero.
I mean, there is that thing where it's like you say it enough, you start to believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was me with the Sparking Zero announcements. I knew that when he didn't show up in the fucking Frieza Saga trailer, it was over. Like, I was like, there's no way. And they're not going to waste a fucking DLC slot on him either. There's no way in hell.
Now, look at it this way. He got replaced by Analaza.
Who?
Exactly. Exactly.
What the fuck? Who is that?
It's the tall white robot guy, where everyone like in the I think it's Universe 3 did fusion. All the robots.
Okay, so it's like a big robot.
So there you go. He's like a pool, kinda. If you really imagine him smaller, and pink.
No.
Or is a pool purple?
The pool's purple. He's like purple. He's got green spots.
I'm the Dragon Ball Z mega fan. I keep forgetting who Apol is.
Apol is my favorite character of Dragon Ball, obviously. He's that one guy from the Frieza Saga who never showed up again.
I don't even remember who killed him. It wasn't Vegeta.
Was he killed or did he get out of there?
I think maybe he just blew up with the planet.
Oh, it's true. He could have just blew up with the planet.
I don't know. Like,
Damn.
I know Vegeta killed Kui.
Oh, that's right. We got fucking Kui.
Yeah, we got Kui's in. I think he's only in because Vegeta kills him. They added every character in the Namek Saga that Vegeta kills.
I don't know, bro. I miss a pool already. If they put a pool as a DLC slot, I will lose my fucking mind
they
at this
won't.
point. There's no way in
They
hell.
won't.
I have to crab walk because I don't have a belt.
They're gonna do DLC. It's gonna be like the dog mare.
Jesus.
It is bottled water.
Okay.
It's oh man, thank goodness we're being treated like royalty.
Goodness
Well,
gracious.
I know. I don't know.
What the? Where do you buy this? It's so big.
I got it at the movie tavern for like my birthday the one year.
I'm pretty sure 7 people at once could hold this.
I wish they gave me that for my beer back
What's
at
fucked
Ren
up?
Fair.
Let me
Yeah, right.
show you.
Movie tavern.
It's a me-sized cup.
Oh my god, it does suit you.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, it's like this one.
Hands are fucking massive.
We have big hands.
Any ladies out
These,
there?
these are
that,
technically us size. These are technically us size cups.
You heard it. Somebody else said my hands are massive. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, you
with
heard
me,
them,
that
ladies. You heard them.
I got tiny hands, which you know what that means.
No, I don't. Please.
Massive cock. Anyway.
Cheap gloves. Anyways.
Oh shit.
Anyways.
Yes. Anyways, without further ado, I guess we can get into our Vitamin Crit episode. Cody, did you do your homework for me?
There's a guy with facial hair and a cowboy hat,
Uh huh.
and he's like 5 foot.
Even.
5 foot 11. No, we're not making manlets this time. 5'11". We're gonna give him like. It's gonna be like average build.
Uh huh.
Um.
So just a cowboy.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
A cowboy, a little bit of stubble.
He might
So a
have.
cowboy.
Yeah.
He might have some depth. I mean, like 5'11". He's
Well, I'm
not
not-
willing to commit to 6 feet.
I wasn't allowed to make a
Commitment issues.
backstory, so I just have.
Yeah,
a
I
husk.
did not allow him to make a backstory because
So-
technically I'm going to run through that as his
Yeah.
tutorial, and then we're
So
going to
this'll-
go from there
So
onward.
this character is just a skin at this point.
Okay.
It's a McGritty skin on over Sneer.
Do you have a name?
Oh shit, I do.
Do you? Well, I was actually surprised. I was not expecting him to
No,
actually
you
have that
remember
ready.
a while ago I told you what the name was.
Dinkle
No.
Bink Dinkle
No,
Bink
it's not. It's not goofy this time. It's legitimate.
Dinkle
Why did you add a C before the end now?
Dinkle Bink
Warren Alvarez Creed.
Warren Alvis Creed.
Alvarez.
Alvarez. Gosh damn Alvarez.
Creed.
Alvarez. Alvarez and the Chipmunks. Did I just say the Chipmunks?
Alvin.
This is going well already.
Okay, so what we're going to be running through is a series I would like to have on this channel, not just for Vitamin Crit, but a series that I have dubbed Nightbound, and that is Nightbound with a K, as in night, like fantasy Nightbound.
Nighttime,
Okay.
bitch. Nighttime.
I'm like,
bitch.
is the case silent after bound? I
No,
know.
it's silent before night.
Yeah, I know. That took a minute for me, okay?
So
I try.
the Nightbound series is just going to be these little, not like one-offs because they're going to continue, but these little series of different things. I'm going to kind of Final Fantasy it, where there's going to be some shit we do here in this one that kind of carry over and go into other different genres. Like we're doing Western today, but we might go back to fantasy another, or go to over here in another. But it's going to be all within the Nightbound title. Today, the one we're going to be running through with Warren Alvarez Creed, I remembered, is Nightbound Sin County. Is what we're going to be running through for this one specifically. Now, to give you a basic... you know what? I'll get into the more baseline-y shit when we get past your beginning. So, you know what, Kyle? I'll give you a job to do. That light over there...
Oh, I'm useful. Cool.
There's
The
a
bottom
button.
button.
The bottom button changes the color. I want you to give me a nice sunset orange
The bottom button on what?
on the
the
shaft.
pole.
The shaft.
Oh.
The shaft.
If you just touch it, nope, that's not the right button.
The fuck is that?
Oh, that's the top button, not the bottom button.
Is it the top?
Well, now hold on, he'll figure it out.
What did you do?
Oppa Gangnam Style.
It's the same button every time.
That's a USB port. Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Tap it, not hold it.
Yeah, you got it. You got to find. Give me a
tap
nice sunsetty orange if you can find one. There's yellow.
Piss
If we
yellow.
can't find anything else, we'll go with that.
There's
Oh.
orange.
No, that's
Oh,
kaleidoscopic.
that's kaleidoscope.
Oh, bingo.
Oh,
That's the
perfect.
one.
Nice.
All right. Perfect. Kyle,
We're
that'll
in
be
Mexico.
that'll be your job today.
Are we in
Okay.
Don't get
Mexico?
too comfortable because we'll change that soon.
Oh, okay. Plan.
All right. Beautiful.
What the fuck happened to your flip
So-
flops?
That is not important right now.
Our beginning. Keep in mind, people, this is also kind of rough. I slapped all this together in a week, so
That's all
bear
right.
with
the
me.
first vitamin crit was like on the
Yeah,
spot.
but that was with nothing. that was that day.
Look how beautiful it was.
It was terrible.
It was amazing.
We actually have some sort of something here. Anywho, so we're gonna start off. You, Warren Alvarez Creed, I'm just gonna call you Warren or Creed, are currently living on the Creed family ranch. A nice little place by a forested area. It's full of motorcycles.
A motorcycle. I don't know if the Michael picked that up.
I don't know.
These
The
are these bikes,
motorcycle
so I don't
went
know.
crazy.
It's just a really diseased horse.
Your father, let's call him Jerry.
Benedict.
Let's call him Jerry. Jerry Creed.
Jerry Benedict Creed.
Your father, Jerry Creed, is who you live with on this ranch. Your father, Jerry, and your sister Maisie. Sure, we'll go with Maisie. So you live with your father and your sister on the Creed family ranch.
Where'd my mom go?
Don't worry about that. So
Disney.
it's a normal day, normal average day working on the ranch. You're going out, you're doing all your work, doing all your jobs, all the shit your good pa has told you
Jacking
to
off
go
the
and do.
horses, feeding the hay.
The sun is setting, sun's going down.
It's getting real low, big
So we're
guy.
getting real road, big guy. Yep.
Yep.
Anywho, sun's going down, and you're ready to turn in for the night. So you go inside. Your father not congratulates you, get you a pat on the back for doing a hard day's work today.
I slapped my stomach.
Your sister's made a delightful meal for dinner. Whatever you really like is what she made for dinner. Well, so what is it? What do you?
Chicken par.
Chicken good old country chicken parmesan.
What, they got
All right.
cheese back then.
So your darling sister Mary Creed out
Maisie.
west, Maisie Creed gave you a delightful chicken parmesan sandwich. Right, you were
I didn't
done-
say sandwich.
Oh, sorry, chicken parm. Was it pasta?
It's chicken and it's just chicken and cheese.
Isn't chicken parm
No,
have
chicken
more
cheese
to
and
it?
sauce.
No,
You can just bake
it
it in the oven
doesn't
with just
need
chicken, cheese,
sauce.
and sauce.
Sauce is highly wanted, but it's not always mandatory.
I mean,
the
chicken
two things
parmesan.
Parmesan cheese in chicken.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. But
fair.
whenever I think of chicken parm, it's always on a sandwich.
That too.
Whatever.
Because we're grease balls.
You enjoy your lovely dinner and you head upstairs and you turn in for the night.
God damn, sis! If you weren't my sister.
All right, well, we ain't going that far west.
Oh, okay.
That far was.
So you go in, you then turn in for the night, preparing for tomorrow to do it all over again and ensure that that the place is upkept and well organized and such. However, your sleep is disturbed by your father, Jerry, is what I called him, shouting upstairs for you to get up, like wake up, get up, something's wrong, get up, that kind of shit. He's wake up, everybody put on a little makeup.
Sorry, I had to. Go on.
But he's shouting for you to get up because something is very wrong currently on the ranch.
Okay, I'm going to get up out of the bed.
That's right. I forgot the cholera got to you. The cholera, the tuberculosis.
The ASMR version.
What's he got? You got lockjaw or something?
I'm going to get up out of the bed. No, I guess I'll pull up my pants and buckle my belt. And
All
get
right.
my gun.
Well, now hold on. You don't have no gun. You are still a youth.
Pow!
You're still a
Where's the
teen
gun?
at this point. So you get up, you pull up your pants, and you notice outside the window that there's a strong light from outside, a strong warm light from outside.
Jesus, is that you? Falls out the fucking window.
It's Jesus with a shotgun, and he's coming for you. No.
I've had that dream.
Basically, you go to your window, and you can see that the ranch is on fire.
Fire!
Big old fire.
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Like out of nowhere. Kyle, give us a red.
Give us a red?
Give us a
Give
red.
us a red.
I mean, fire is normally orange. Sorry.
I don't think we can get a deeper orange than that.
No, this is the orangiest it gets. Oh, my eyes.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
I feel like I'm in a red
feel
book
like-
for like photographers.
I feel like I'm in the Duel of Fates.
Anyway, so you get up, you go to the window, see everything's on fire, and you get yourself ready to go. What do you do next? Your father is calling for you to come on down because he's got he wants you to go do something. But
He
if
wants
you want to do
pictures of
something
Spider-Man.
else, but if you want to do something else, you can. I'm not stopping you, but go that way. Well, the ranch is on fire, boy. Come on.
Where's the nearest water source?
I don't know, probably a well out on the grounds.
To the well!
To the well?
To the well.
All right, so you rush downstairs, and on your way downstairs, your father grabs you, sees that you're running, grabs you and stops you, and he tells you that instead of going to the well, he wants you to go to the shed and grab his gun. He wants you to just book it for the shed, get his gun, and bring it back.
All right, but ain't no water in the shed. All right.
He says that the fire is too far gone at this point that water ain't gonna do shit.
Okay.
The whole ranch is on fire. The house is probably
I'm
on
gonna
fire.
book it to the shed. I'll book it to the shed.
All right, as you bust out the door to the shed, you can see that the fire is just spread everywhere on the ranch. Like how this fire isn't normal. This isn't just some horse kicking over a lamp or something. Something happened, and this whole place is on fucking. It's in a blaze. You think you can hear some strange noises coming from the flames, but you're not quite sure. It could just be the roaring flame. But you make it to the shed. You bust down the door to the shed, and in the shed, on a rack, is your father's revolver from back during a time that he's not super proud of talking about before the ranch. Who are you talking to? Who are you gesturing to, boy? The ranch is on fire.
You're like looking at me for approval of what you're gonna do next.
Yeah, it's too risky. It's too risky.
What's too risky?
Nothing.
All right, what do you do? Do you grab the gun, boy?
Can you do like a phone in on a friend for me?
Sure, you can take out your Nokia and you can call your friend if you feel like you need
What you gonna
help.
do, son? There's a Kilo Colombian band band under the car.
Time to be a man.
You got some hair on your peaches or what? Fucking Ricky Bobby.
All right, so what?
I'm gonna grab the revolver.
All right, you grab your father's revolver. Do you check if there's ammunition in it?
Well, you asked me to, so now I'm gonna do it.
All right, there's ammunition in it.
Okay.
If you didn't check, I probably would have put anything in it.
DM spite.
So you grab that, and you hear more noises coming from outside the shed, and this time they're louder, they're closer. It don't sound like flame no more. Something out there is unnatural, and not your usual inferno. So what do you do now?
Must be the British.
Oh damn British! I swear to God.
That's why it's so red out. It's their coats.
Fire! It's the fire!
These two American ranchers are just having hallucinations, and it's just a bunch of soldiers in red.
It's not even on fire. The ranch isn't even on fire.
It's not even on fire. They're just wearing red. And it's like, what's wrong with the Americans? And it's like, help me get the invisible fire off my friend.
I also like how you're talking about
Everybody.
redcoats when this is a western, and the redcoats wouldn't have really been
Ah!
a thing at this point.
There was a discount at the thrift shop.
The British are everywhere.
Yeah, don't you know? They've been
Don't you know
waiting.
they're coming?
They've been hiding.
The British are coming. The British are coming. So, I'm assuming you leave the shed.
Probably, yeah.
All right, so you leave the shed, your father's revolver in hand. Now, your father has been teaching you some things in regards to,
Using it.
marksmanship. You're not super great with it yet, but you feel like you're getting the gist, right? He's been meaning to teach you more, but he's been getting sidetracked with other work and such that you haven't really had the time to really practice with an actual revolver. So as soon as you go outside, you see that it's still just utter chaos out in the ranch. You've got farm animals fucking running around, and you happen to notice that a sheep is running, and it gets assaulted by two what you believe are wolves. Two wolves lunge from the flames and take down the sheep in the middle of the courtyard area leading between you and the house.
Clarabelle!
Now, what do you do?
I guess while they're distracted, I'll just go around them.
You just go around them?
I am. We're just going to go around. They're eating the sheep.
All right, so as soon as you rush toward the house, past where these wolves are, but as you get closer, you realize that their ashy gray hides are actually generating embers and flame off of them.
Ooh, that's hot.
And as you notice, one of them happens to catch sight of you, and when it turns its head, there is no skin or flesh on its face. It is just a bare skull. It's still got ears and shit, but it's full on
Rabies.
rabies, probably, if I had to
Probably
guess. Mange.
It's got to be rabies.
Maybe probably got worms or something.
Right?
They should put that one down.
So the one that catches sight of you starts booking it towards you as you're booking it toward the house. Are you whipping out your gun? Are you
Whipping
gonna
it out!
Are you gonna give it a shot?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna keep track of health for this just because, but I am gonna want you to get your D6 from your
we
bag.
could co-op the character.
Well,
You want to
no, this is your character.
Okay.
I mean, Kyle, if you feel the need, if you want to hop in, you can. I can bring you in.
I can hop in. It's up to you.
If you want.
I also don't mind being the guy who just randomly says shit during the session.
I'm down with whatever. If you feel like you want to hop in, just let me know, and we can.
You just put me in at any point. Make me whatever you like.
A slave.
I will play along with whatever it is.
Sex slave.
What the fuck?
What?
Let's not.
Sorry, wrong era.
I mean, technically it's the right era, but no. No.
No? Okay.
God, no. That's fucked. Why was that the first thing that came to your fucking head?
That
What
was,
if my character's like secretly into it?
God, you really are white.
Wow. I can't deny what he said, but wow.
Anyway, do you have your D6s?
Two of them
All
or
right.
Just one.
Just one. Now, I didn't explain yet.
He should take
That
one
didn't count.
damage for that.
No.
What I want you to do is before you roll your D6, I want you to call a number from 1 to 6. I'm going to think of one myself. Give me your number.
3.
All right. The one I thought of and the one that you thought of didn't hit, so that is a miss. You whip around
Bang!
to take a shot at, was it one shot? Just one?
Just one.
You take a shot at the hellhound behind you and miss. It is still gaining ground on you. Are you just gonna try and book it, or are you gonna take a shot?
One more shot.
One more shot?
One of us.
All right, give me a number. Give me a number.
3.
All right, I got one.
God!
All right, another miss.
I was gonna say 2.
That's okay. It wasn't my number. If it was my number, he would have been fucked.
That's gonna be his catchphrase. He's gonna say, I was gonna say whatever he rolled.
Anyway,
I did though.
you take another shot, and surprisingly, you miss the hellhound behind you. Your adrenaline's kicking in. You're a little shaky. It's fine. I get it. I understand.
All right, I'm running back in.
As the hellhound is just about nipping at your heels, your father kicks down the door of the front of the house and fires on it, sending it like rolling to the side and whimpering.
Like the barnyard.
And he tells you to just get in the house.
Do you remember the barnyard movie?
No.
You don't remember
Barnyard movie.
Won't back down.
Oh, is that with the
scene?
cow?
The cow.
Yeah, the
beating up
cows,
like
the cows.
coyotes or whatever.
I don't know why I said that like that was... Go on.
I also realized I had you go and get your father's gun, and your father has a gun, but that's okay.
It's a different gun.
It's a different gun.
It's a different gun.
a
We're a
different
multi-gun family.
It's a multi-gun family. It's America.
It was
you
a
know?
test.
It's America. Sure. It was a test. But that's okay. So you rush into the house, and your sister Maisie is currently inside trying to help fan the flames and throw water on whatever she can.
You don't want to fan the flames then.
Not what I meant. Douse. But it seems that this fire just ain't gonna die. It seems like it just won't go down. So as your father's taking shots at these hellhounds outside, you hear the flames starting to roar more intensely out on the yard. And if you look past your father outside, you can see that the flames surrounding the ranch seem to start to converge into the center of the area in like a sort of like tornado-y like vortex kind of thing. And your father, seeing this, slowly lowers his rifle. And you can see his face has gone from just like focused shooting to, oh shit, something like he knows something.
Yeah.
So he, seeing this,
Get to the cellar.
well, not this, no.
No.
He turns to you and your sister and shouts for you two to try and get to the barn, see if any of the horses are still alive, and if they are, take one and get the hell out of here.
But I want to stay and fight, pal.
We'll stay and fight, Paul. Okay. So you tell your father you want to stay and fight. All right, your father... all right, so basically your father tells you that this isn't your fight to have.
Turns
You're
around.
not... You ain't ready for something like this. He kind of shoves the rifle to your sister and, puts a hand on both your shoulders, says that he loves you and that he's sorry, and shoves you guys toward the back of the house so you can get out and go to the bar.
sorry.
Why do you make your dad sound like a bitch?
Dad is Deku.
Oh, you don't understand. This is something you're not ready for.
I'm sorry, Pookie Bear.
Your dad is Suzuka Midoriya.
Oh my god.
But anyway, he shoves you and your sister toward the back of the house while he turns back to the front door. Okay. Just before you and your sister leave the back of the house. Just before you and your sister leave the back of the house, if you look back and you look outside to where your father's kind of like looking out at, the vortex outside seems to have turned into 7 different figures outside.
It's fucked up, but I'm having a Superman movie, the Henry Cavill one, where his dad turns at him, gives him a
and he
look,
goes like
and
that.
then just, and then just like walks into the tornado.
Oh my god! Well, no, the fiery
You
vortex.
haven't seen it?
No.
Oh my
The fiery
God.
vortex outside has like dissipated, and there's 7 hellish figures standing in the courtyard before you and your sister leave through the back of the house.
That's hot.
So now you and your sister.
One lucky shot.
Are you
Shoots
really?
Dad in the back of the head? No.
You really want to take a shot?
No.
Are you sure?
No. If I shoot my dad in the back of
I
the
will
head...
pull a mason here. I will say make a roll.
No, we're not doing that. I do not agree.
So you and your sister leave out the back of the house. Barn's kind of on fire, but you can hear there's horses still in the barn. You have time to save 1.
What?
Now let's see. In the barn, there's a chestnut mare, like kind of. She's got like a deep chestnut coat. Ooh. There's a black stallion. Not like a. He's more of like a workhorse kind of thing. Uh-huh. He's stocky. Uh-huh. And then there's a phone call on my phone. And then pause it? You know what? Yeah, sure. Pause it real quick.
Just fuck out the recording.
All right,
Did
now
we figure it
good.
out? All right, sorry about that. I had a call to take. Anyway, so you've got like a chestnut horse, a black horse, and then I'm gonna say you got a mule. There's a mule in there too.
Johnny Knoxville.
You've got a chestnut, a black, and a mule.
We gotta save the mule.
You gotta pick the loads here, dude.
We gotta pick the lows.
You're
here.
picking the mule.
We're picking the mule.
I was joking. I'm sorry. This is my fault.
Hold on.
All right, so you chose the mule.
But the workhorse was a really good. It was a good workhorse.
You got work. I'll tell you what. I'll say that the chestnut one is built for speed but not work. Black one, work not speed. Mule,
It's built.
it's built.
I'm really tempted to pick the mule.
Oh, I know you are.
I want to save the stallion, but like I really want to save the mule.
You get one.
So we can have one, but can I free the others so they don't have to die in the fire?
I will allow it, but you have to choose one to bring.
Okay. The mule is technically more useful money-wise.
If it's a talking donkey, I could get like 3 shillings.
This is a prequel of the Shrek.
But I mean, like, I'm a rancher, so I got to think about this logistically. So if I take the stallion,
It's really
he's a
ain't
good
that
workhorse,
deep, but
and we can get away fine at a good speed.
Uh-huh. So which are you choosing?
I'm going with the mule.
All right, you chose the mule. You and your sister break off the locks of whatever, whatever stables they're in, and the 2 other horses fucking book it out of there, but you and your sister get a hold of the mule.
We'll say it's my sister's mule, and she begged me to save it. There we go.
What? You're the DM now? What?
You're right, Cody. Sorry. Take me through it.
So this is where I was, and there I was. I just want the mule, man.
Okay. Anyway, so basically, long story short, you and your sister escape the ranch.
Plus, she's been putting on a few pounds. I don't know if the other horses could have carried her.
All right.
I'm just fucking around. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop.
All right. So I'll just say this: you and your sister got on your mule and you got the hell out of there, and you basically left the smoldering heap of the ranch behind, along with your father, to those 7 strange figures before that you saw before you left the ranch. Which your father told you to do, mind you.
Yeah.
But that's basically your backstory is you lived on a, pretty successful, pretty
Ranch.
expensive ranch that your father owned.
Yeah.
And you and your sister lived there, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, years later now is where we're really going to kick this off. Now, do you want to practice more with the combat and actually do like an actual fight before we go in and we start doing main story shit? Or do you want to just hop in and see where it goes from there?
Let's just hop in.
You guys want to hop in? You don't want to do the tutorial fight at all? Okay. No tutorial fight then.
I just learned.
Fine. So you are now a older, more matured man. You and your sister at some point throughout your years got separated. Whether it was a dispute between the two of you or she just wanted to go off and do her own thing.
She took the mule.
You have the... Did I not say he had the mule? Or am I tripping?
Pretty sure you said they had the mule.
I told you you had the fucking mule?
Well, I had to get it back. I had to save my ass.
Either way, you have your mule.
I'm sorry. All right.
Basically, you are equipped...
Jokes.
You were equipped with the revolver that you got from way back in the day at the ranch. Your basic gear, basic attire. Got your hat that you want.
Cowboy hat.
Got your mule.
Mule.
And what you also managed to pick up throughout your travels is a steel sword that you can use to slay various beasts and creatures.
This already.
Why? Because you got a fucking mule?
Because I got a fucking
That's the only reason is because
That
you have
is
a mule.
the greatest thing I could have
You gave him one of the most badass combos in fantasy. A fucking revolver and a sword. He's like, yo, I got a mule.
Nah, it's the guy you least expect. You know what I mean? I'm the guy who walks into town and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And then he just bam, 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 and just cleans up.
But so you the tutorial was technically supposed to go longer, but the way you were going about it, I was like,
yeah,
I don't. Okay, we'll just continue, I suppose.
Sarich.
So you are starting on the road toward a town known as. Let me pull up my notes. All right, so you are currently on your mule, on the path toward a desert town known as Copper Run. Now, Copper Run is your average western town.
Okay.
Got your saloons, your stores, your shops. When you think of western town, that's Copper Run.
Yeah.
So, you're riding into town, and, standard bustle and hustle of the day.
Yep.
You got your saloon, you got your smithies, you got your general stores, all that jazz. And then you also got a bounty board posted up in town that you can go and have a look at if you ever feel the need. So, you have now entered the city of Copper Run. Is there anything you wish to do as you enter the town? With your mule that I'm assuming you have named Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna check my supplies.
Your supplies?
What I need.
Your supplies? Well, I don't exactly have any sort of nutrition or hunger system for this, so food isn't really much of a necessity.
Okay.
I'll say let's do the basic thing. If we'll lump supplies into one thing.
Yeah.
Like a D&D thing
Am I
would
high?
do.
Am I low?
I would say your supply is decent. Like, it's fine.
Okay.
Your supply is fine.
Okay.
Is there anything else you wish to do while you're here in town?
We gotta change the light.
Oh yeah, you can have a different light now.
back to like a sunset.
Sunny, just like a white light is fine. You can go back to the sunsetty. Yeah, that's fine.
That works.
That'll work.
This is like
I
a
forgot
light
you had a
green.
job.
Whoa.
Whoa, hey, don't fall now.
Oh,
So
my
that
shoes-
job is breaking my
Wait, just
neck.
throw my shoes. I'll throw my shoes.
Screw your shoes.
Really gonna throw your
That's what I'm
shoes?
saying. I'm just gonna move them so it's easy to get to.
You're
What?
Dude, this light makes all of our skin look sickly.
I don't look that sickly. What do you mean?
All of our skins, even mine.
What are you talking about?
Start shaking and quaking.
So, anything else you wish to do before I try and figure out some way to get this moving forward?
I want to have a drink at the salon.
You want to have a drink at the salon?
A salon.
All right.
A sheriff.
Serve. Anyway, as you're making your way toward the saloon, you happen to see a fairly familiar sight. Unfortunate, but familiar sight. There's a few gentlemen pesting another gentleman over, like, on, like, a side alley.
Oh.
Now, these three gentlemen are your standard human gentlemen. The one they're pesting is a fella with a rather crimson complexion and horns coming out his head.
Oh.
And now, if you recall, this is what is known as a hellspawn. Years and years ago, there are two main factions that appeared in the world, in the mortal world: the Hellspawn and the Heaven Sent. Now, in this world, in this state of Halburn State is where you're in. In Sin County, not every devil is a sinner, and not every angel is a saint. So it's not that every Hellspawn is evil and every Heaven Sent is all all knowing and all, goody. So that's just a standard scenario for most people. If they see a hellspawn, it's basically racism to a point where, they're wired to see a horned demon person and fuck with them. Now, whether you fuck with them or not, that's all on you. That's fine. Or you can go into the saloon.
On my ass, I'll holler down the alley and be like, "Hey, you boys want a drink on me?"
All right, that's our. All right, so some of the fellas
racist away from the person.
Some of the boys look over at you, and it appears that most of them are just barely scraping 20.
What's that be?
They're like youth, like late teens. And they look over, and as soon as you offer them a drink, they're like, they're looking at you, and they're like, "Us? So you're talking to us?
Yeah, come on."
All right, cool. So as they're leaving, one of them kind of kicks the hellspawn, and it's like a group of 3 kids.
Yeah.
One of them kicks the hellspawn that they were fucking with, and they come with you to the saloon.
Right. When they're coming up, I'm gonna fucking smack this shit out of both of them, or all 3 of them. I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
All right, so you smack the shit out of them, and
Dumbass
obviously
kids.
they're a bit irritated and confused because this strange man.
First of all, how stupid you gotta be for somebody to actually offer you 3 drinks? Didn't your mama raise you?
Did your mama raise you? First of all, they ain't got no mamas. They're orphans.
Oh,
way to go, dick.
Boo fucking who? Guess who joined the pity party?
My dad died in a fire. Boo.
Boo fucking who? You and everybody in this shithole. Now get your asses home.
I can't confirm if they're orphans or not. I don't know.
You don't know. The all-knowing DM does not know.
I don't fucking know. They're probably orphans or
I'm
something.
gonna be like, get your asses home.
So after you give them a small whooping, and they all just kind of look.
I spilled water all over myself.
I noticed.
He's trying to be stern and convincing. He's spilling water on himself as he's doing this.
After you give the chillin' just slight whooping, they all just kind of mosey on along, looking kind of disgruntled and kind of pissed off. They saw that you are a man certainly equipped to face the wilds outside of Copper Run, so they didn't really intend on fucking with you too hard.
Goddamn kids of this generation with their hooplas and skibbities.
Are you 60?
Jesus. All right. Kids are gone. Hellspawn is probably wincing and, groaning over in the fucking alleyway after getting beaten.
How old's the Hellspawn?
Hellspawn's probably around the kid's age.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go down the alley and pick him up.
All right. So as you go down the alley, the kid, the Hellspawn youth, kind of looks up at you and does a little one of these, like real quick, because he not only was he getting beat up by 3 kids.
He thought I was gonna kick
now there's
the
this
shit
big outlaw motherfucker with a sword and a gun. And he's reeling. kind of putting his arms up at his face.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just pick him up on the arm so he stands up and be like, "Come on, kid, get out of here."
All right,
You're
so
fine.
the kid's still obviously shaken up from the encounter. Kind of flinches a bit as you pick him up, and as you dust him off, he's still not super great on it. He takes a few steps back, looks at you, and fucking books it down that alley. He wants no part of this. He probably trips over a fucking can on the way out.
That's fine.
He's gone. Like he's out of here.
That's fine.
Your honor went up.
There's a karma system?
There's not. I just made that up. But go on.
The karma system was kind of like that anyways.
Your karma system is you did a good thing and it'll probably come back later. Maybe.
I'm going to go to the saloon.
Going to the saloon?
Yeah, give me a drink.
All right, you head into the saloon and it's not super busy around this hour other than, your usuals. Mm-hmm. Your drunkards. Mm-hmm. Your gamblers. Mm-hmm. And, some people who look like they may not be from around town. Mm-hmm. But the bar's open. Barman's up there cleaning some glasses. Because, that's what bar people do. They clean glasses.
Yep.
If they're not doing that, I don't fucking know. But, he's up there.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go up and be like, 2 shots of whiskey and a rum.
2 shots of whiskey and a whole rum?
Yeah, you chase it with rum.
No, did you say 2 shots of whiskey and 1 shot of rum?
Yes.
Because you said 2 shots of whiskey and a rum.
Oh.
So I just assumed you were like, sure, here you go.
No.
There it is.
No. 2
That
shots of
sounds
whiskey and a shot of rum.
awful.
Oh, yeah, no, it's terrible. It sounds terrible.
I don't think it's that bad.
All right, he, for the sake of this, let's say it's fucking happy hour or some shit. I never gave you, like, a starting currency.
I figured it would be based off of, like, the supplies. Like, if my supplies are good, my money's good. If my supplies are bad, my money's bad.
And he says it's...
Or something.
We'll say, tell you what, for the sake of this and keeping it simple, he says it's $1 for all your shit. So you slap down $1, and he gives you the 2 whiskeys and a rum. Shots, not full things.
Yes. All right.
All right, so as you're enjoying your delicious poison, you happen to hear some ramblings among some of the current patrons of said saloon. Now, these patrons are kind of whispering and mumbling to each other, and you can't quite make it out. But from what you can make out, they're saying that there's some sort of mysterious woman on the outskirts of town.
Was that me?
Yeah.
No.
This is a rather important character, so probably not.
No, I'm messing with you. Continue on.
No, go ahead.
What, it can't be a woman?
Just the...
I'm at least second place with prettiest woman in the room. Just saying. At least second place.
What? We know he's first.
Yeah, you're first, but I'm just saying.
I'm first.
You! I don't think you make a bad woman just not as good as a woman as me.
You fucking manlet.
I'm just saying, I'd make a wonderful woman.
You'd make a wonderful
I
woman.
would have... Never mind. We're not...
Anyways.
I would not... I would be delicious.
Anyway, you happen to hear this conversation of 2 fucking idiots talking about if they were women. But the other ones who are actually important are discussing a mysterious woman on the outskirts of Copper Run.
Okay.
That is your shooting dice.
I know.
What are you doing?
Oh, I got double 4s.
I'm
gonna finish my shot of rum.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna listen in a little bit more by picking up a chair closer.
All right, so you pick up a chair that's empty nearby their table. You don't want to just go right up to their table. This is Copper Run. It could get a little rough and tumble if you ain't careful. Mm-hmm. So you take your chair, you have a sit, and you try to listen in a little bit more on their conversation. And they're still kind of talking to themselves a little bit, kind of, keeping it down low. But they kind of discuss that they're discussing that this woman may or may not know magic. Now, magic isn't really as prevalent here in Halburn State than it used to be years ago. Some shit happened over the years that magic seems to have dwindled here in this part of the country. So magic isn't something you hear about often in these parts.
Si, senor. Por favor.
My God, he knows.
He's pretty good.
He knows everything. But anyway, mysterious woman, outskirts of Copper Run, possibly knows magic.
Okay.
Might be labeled as a witch.
Oh, witch.
Oh, witch. Oh, witch. Oh, witch.
Burner!
Howdy.
Are you the witch? Good. All right. I'm going to return my glass, my shot. After I've done drinking it, get up, walk out the saloon, start meandering around.
So you start meandering around, do you?
Yeah, towards that part of town.
Toward the part of town that they're discussing that this strange woman who possibly knows magic is currently staying.
Yes.
Damn.
All right, well, they mentioned the woman out on the outskirts of Copper Run. Not quite in town, on the outskirts of town.
I guess I'll just walk through town.
Just walk through town.
Walk through town.
All right, as you're walking through town, you happen to notice that there's some similar-bodied folk to yourself, equipped with different, sidearms and
Bunch of good
melee
stuff.
armaments upon their back, looking at the bounty board.
Okay. I guess I'll go look at the bounty board.
You want to go look at the bounty board?
I'll go look at the bounty board.
All right, you happen to go upon looking at the bounty board.
Bounty board.
And the bounty board is kind of... It's a bit of a mixed bag on the bounty board, because on the bounty board there is, your basic outlaws, your ruffians, your criminals. There is a group of boys known as the Powder Black Gang who are, just known for being kind of shit.
Assholes.
They're known for having rather explosive,
It's the powder gangers.
rather explosive raids. Powder Black Gang's on there. Something known as the Hanged Man, which is no longer quite human. And
Was human?
one point,
Oh, good.
not quite anymore.
They got an accurate picture?
I mean, it's just an artist's representation of the Hanged Man.
Oh.
And from what you can tell, it is a long, gangly looking sumbitch with a crooked head, crooked neck.
Ooh. With a crooked smile.
Not quite the Crooked Man, but similar.
Oh, goody.
Why are you looking at me?
Why are you looking at me?
Why are you looking at me?
I guess I'll take a little snip at you say there was a third one or no?
I said that there's various there's a section that's got your basic outlaws, and the members of the Powder Black Gang are over on that end. But then there's a section of the bounty board that's for kind of higher priority targets, higher pay targets, and the Hanged Man just happens to be one of those.
Guess I gotta take it.
You're taking the Hanged Man.
Take the Hanged Man. Oh.
All right, then. You take down one of the Hanged Men, and one of the other bounty hunters by you kind of chuckles a little bit as you take that one down.
Ooh. I'm just looking.
I'm just looking!
Looking! I'm starts going courage. Muriel. I'm just looking. I mean, it couldn't hurt if I see him around, Probably gonna die anyway, but whatever.
All the outlaw says after you're having your little... as you're trying to explain yourself, all the outlaw tells you is you better know how to put down a dead man.
Damn.
That's all he says. He continues to look with his other party members.
Oh, you burn him.
Burn him.
I'm talking from like Boomhauer for the rest of this campaign. I'm yelling on a Boomhauer.
Get on that couple run and get on the bounty board and
Cigarette
get
and,
on that ham, man.
Some oil. On the hangman.
Well,
All right.
will that be all? Will you be taking your bounty?
I'm now going to search the outskirts of the town.
Now you're going to search the outskirts
Now
of
I'm
town.
going to search the outskirts.
All right.
Okay. So as you go to the outskirts of town, you hear a braying sound behind you, and your mule trots up behind you, feeling left alone.
All right, Johnny.
He comes back. He comes back to you. He's got separation anxiety real bad.
What do you need, Johnny? I'm not gonna leave you here in this rust bucket of a town. Don't worry.
Johnny just kind of trots up at the side of you and goes.
Don't fucking look at me. Like that,
he
you
just
son of a
turns
bitch.
his head and looks at you.
You fucking ass.
You ass.
Ass.
So as you and Johnny make your way to the outskirts of town, you happen to see what looks like smoke of a campfire, not too far off from the current area.
All right, I guess I'll head towards the smoke.
All right, you head toward the smoke, and as you get closer, you happen to see what looks like carriages and cages kind of lined up in like a sort of a semicircle, and the fire is on the in the center
Like a big campfire.
section, like a campfire, and then there's like trailers, like carriage trailers and shit, and like cages.
Carriages, yeah. Is the
So
cages full of it?
you're making well, you can't tell from here, but as you get closer, you happen to notice that the cages are filled with various different creatures of myth and legend that many people thought were just kind of gone.
Oh, cool. Oh.
Like one of them is like a large white tiger with like stony, scaly patches on its arms and like on its shoulders. There's what looks to be a rather serpentine-looking dragon in another one.
Okay.
It's got big wings. It's kind of like perched on something. It's kind of got its wings folded in on itself, just kind of chilling there. But the main event is this woman at a fire in a long black lace dress with long hair behind her, and her ears. Another rarity around these parts are pointed. This is an elven woman.
God damn, it's Carmen Electra with elf ears.
So this woman happens to glance over at you
Oh.
with her shimmering icy blue eyes.
Ooh.
And kind of gives you like a once over. Like she kind of like, you know, she's not quite sure what to make of you at first because you're just
I just died in your arms.
because you're just like you're kind of a
Batman, like a little thing.
you're kind of like a grungy, grimy looking, little grimy, just a little bit, light grime.
Like grab a thin layer.
just a.
But you're a dustied up outlaw with a mule, just waltzing into this woman's camp. As you approach and she takes light of you, she asks you if you're there for her head.
You, lady, that's not very sanitary. I know I'm not saying that. I'm sorry.
I do.
That was for the cast.
The reason if you didn't notice me make a disappointed look is I knew exactly where it was going with him. I had a feeling.
If you offered, no, I'm no.
Well, you're about to learn real quick if you
I'll
keep this
stop.
up.
I'll stop.
You're about to learn real quick.
Maybe she's crazy like that. I don't know.
I like crazy bitches.
Bitches
Maybe
be
I put
crazy.
some into this story. I don't know.
I
Kind of like crazy bitches, I guess. I don't know.
looks at phone screensaver.
For those that didn't know, well, listeners, obviously,
Yeah.
Jake's on his phone.
Yeah.
Is Jinx.
Maybe.
Animated Jinx.
Arcane Season 2 coming up. Super excited. Anyway.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to say no, but I did hear about some magic.
All right, you mentioned that you've heard about magic, and she kind of asked you what's it to you, like what does hearing about magic, like how does that make you feel? Like, are you frightened? Are you shocked? Are you surprised? Ecstatic?
All right, out of character, I'm just going to say I really wanted to do an Ellis bit about my father dying in a fire to magical wolves, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to
Right,
do
because
it.
the magical wolves were the main part of the fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not the 7
Yeah,
people.
what exposition dump to one of his characters.
No, I'm not trauma dumping.
About the time my father died in the fire in my ranch, and there were these crazy hellhound-looking bastards with a big old fiery full skull on their faces.
That's
I was
where I
trying
got
to
my
leave, and there
mule.
were 7 crazy people on the way in the flaming vortex in the center of town. No.
Just
No,
recap the entire beginning part to the DM.
Here's my life story.
Everything
You
the
give
DM
me-
just went through.
You give me your character's backstory, and it's the exact thing I told you.
It's 10 minutes ago. It would literally play back the podcast.
It felt like yesterday. Just starts at the beginning of the episode.
No.
Oh my
fucking-
god.
No. I'm going to say, I'm just interested in that kind of stuff. It seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm pretty hip.
I like magic.
I'm hip.
Magic's cool.
I'm with it. Alright. The kids.
All right. Well, you mentioned that magic is something that interests you, and you're fairly intrigued by it. And she kind of says that you're one of the few. A lot of people, when they hear about magic, especially around here, it's archaic. It's uncontrolled. It's scary. People know what magic can do, and they don't like what it can.
Sounds like a gun.
So yeah, honestly.
People are scared of my sidearm here, but you don't see it going off on random.
Bang! Oh fuck!
Shit! Like out of character. Fuck! Like,
All right. So as she's explaining this, the tiger creature in the cage kind of approaches the bars and is staring you down. And surprisingly, the tiger has the exact same shade of blue eyes that she has. So as this tiger's looking at you and it's kind of taking your metal, she slowly looks at you. Well, she looks at the tiger and kind of listens to it as it lowly kind of grumbles or whatever. And she looks back at you and she basically says something along the lines of, "Oh, you've what's the word? You've encountered them." Something in oh, you've encountered them.
starts trauma dumping.
So when I was
Johnny was there. He'll tell you all about it.
she goes, she's
Donkey
just like
stares at her.
she's just like, "Oh, so you've encountered them." You're just like, okay, so
He does a runaway, a little girl.
You're not even talking about the sound parts yet, but you're crying.
it's just he's not even crying. It's just you see a tear come down.
He
He's just-
literally, every time he's reminded of his parents' death, he literally just Batman's cries.
So she obviously your character, I'm assuming, is who are you talking about? Right?
What?
Why are you staring at me? Are you here?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Okay, so she says that she's obviously says that you have encountered them, and she, says them, and it's very open-ended, who the fuck is them? But she seems intrigued.
You mean demon dogs with skull faces and fire and shit, or what you talking about?
She mentions no, she's not talking about the simple hellhound. She's talking about a group that she titles them the Deadly Seven.
Oh, is that what those bastards are called?
She kind of can see like
took my
into your
paw.
she can like see in your mind a bit, and she can see like the glimpse that you got of whatever the hell it was back in the day when your wrench went out.
It's just me shooting the dad back in the head. We were like, fuck, oh fuck. Just accidentally shooting him in the back
There's
of the
not
head.
even any fire. You were just playing with a gun one night, and just like, shit. Oh my god.
Maisie, we gotta go. Take the donkey.
Oh my god.
He started the fire.
The whole hellfire is you making it up as an excuse to cover up a murder.
And then she found out that's why she doesn't talk to me anymore.
She appears into your mind. It's not even the 7 deadly. It's you trying to cover up murdering your own father.
That's the plot twist.
No.
You ruined the plot twist
Fuck-
of the whole series.
Fuck that shit. Ugh.
But no, she mentions a group known as the Deadly 7. 7 powerful hellspawn that hold positions of great power within Sin County. And she mentions this, and she thinking about it, looking at you, looking at your equipment and all that jazz. She says, "All right, I believe we can help one another."
How do you figure that?
She offers you a deal of sorts where you as an experienced, like, outlaw bounty hunter type fellow, if you can manage to slay each one of the Deadly 7 and return to her with proof of their demise, she will be able to grant you one whole wish, no strings attached.
Shit.
Now, that seems awfully convenient that the 7 bastards already on my shit list are coincidentally on your shit list, and that a no string. Hold on.
Hold on.
Now hold on. Now I ain't never heard of no strings attached wishes that came true, unless they were a bullet to the head. Some people wish for that.
I might wish for that.
I wish for that if this shit goes south. I don't know.
All right, she basically says that yes, she has her own quarrels with the Deadly 7.
They kill your
And-
paw too.
She says that they've taken something important to her as well, so she understands your pain. And she says that yes, there are those who have made wishes that resulted in their demise, but those were deals made with people who used magic falsely. They were faux wizards, faux witches. The woman you are talking to now states herself as a real witch,
If you're real
a
rich,
genuine rare.
if you're a real witch, prove it by making Johnny talk.
You're just trying to create the Shrek
I
plot.
totally fucking am. No, that one you don't gotta do. You don't gotta do that. I just thought it'd be funny.
Okay.
A talking donkey.
So you're not going to try and attempt to make Johnny Knoxville talk?
No, I did. It's funnier with this.
Good, because I was going to make that as irritating as possible.
I knew that was gonna happen. So no.
So,
You can only speak Japanese.
Johnny Knoxville desu.
He just speaks Japanese, but he's just as annoying. So he's just speaking shit, and I'm like, for the last time, Johnny, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Johnny, if you don't shut the hell up right the hell
Johnny,
now, I'm taking you
When
to
we
the
go
Glue
to
Factory.
Asia, you will be useful. Until then, shut up. I cannot
Baka.
translate. Baka. He speaks like a JoJo character.
So, she, says that she's the genuine, she's the real deal. Should you agree to help her out in this, she will make it completely worth your while and can grant you basically anything you could ever want, no questions.
Well, how do I know you're going to stick to your end of the bargain once I get rid of the 7 bads?
She basically tells you
my
that
insurance.
she doesn't suppose that there's a way she could get you to trust her fully, but with such a reward on the line and you being a man of bounties and reward, is it really that much of a risk? Does the risk outweigh the reward? Anything you could ever want, no strings attached. You just got to kill 7 bastards.
Nope, I'll see you later.
All right, then
No,
that's
no,
it.
no.
Game.
No!
Good job, everybody.
No!
You live out a normal life.
You start a new ranch.
You actually start a new ranch.
Settle
Happy
down.
family.
Happy family.
The 7 show up again.
The 7 show up again, but they come bearing gifts.
Yeah.
Wonderful Christmas. Beautiful Christmas.
Wonderful time.
Sorry we killed your dad.
He owed us money. So I'm gonna say, I mean, they're already on my shit list. So if I happen to get something out of it, I guess I'd rather do that than not.
Good.
So,
and you both benefit from
some
it.
horrible mark you got to put on me or some shit, like in them video games.
No. No.
No.
I wasn't going to do that. No. She said no, nothing like that. She, offers her hand.
Oh, here's the part where I get scarred for life.
Care to shake a poor sinner's hand?
Shakes thumb.
Gives the most dead fish handshake. I hate that. I can't do that.
It's only because you said it. No, here, I'll give you a phone.
Anyway, so you shake the hand of this witch, and as you shake the hand of this witch, you happen to see that her eyes kind of give a little bit of a flash to them as you shake her hand.
Oh, good.
And she releases your hand. And she says, good, well, now that we're in business, she walks over to a table nearby and lays out 7 cards. Kind of like tarot cards.
Fuck.
Now,
I'm not good at care, man.
as she lays them out, she slowly flips them over one by one.
Okay.
And one of the names I'm about to say is going to get Mason and possibly Kyle's ears perked up.
Oh.
So she comes over and she explains that there are seven of the deadly 7, obviously.
Okay.
And each one of them are kind of powerful art demons that reside within Sin County.
Oh.
She starts from the left, and she starts going right, and she flips over the first card. The first demon is Vanitas.
Oh, okay.
Vanitas is the sin of vanity, and resides within a town known as Hope Hill.
Uh-oh.
She goes to the next.
Is Vanitas like...
Vanitas
Latin?
is just Latin for vanity.
Okay. But that makes sense. That sounds Latin, and I wouldn't put it past Kingdom Hearts to,
Yeah, as soon as I was doing the names for this, and I was just like, okay, we'll go to Latin. That's
Yeah.
Christian mythology kind of shit. Let's just do Latin. I did vanity first, and Vanitas came up, and I'm like, well, I'm going to use it.
I'm not... Kingdom Hearts didn't do it first.
Yeah, it's Latin.
Technically.
They didn't invent Latin.
Latin.
But I'm going to be imagining Vanitas the entire time
That's
he
okay.
fights him.
That's fine.
Don't know who that is.
Vanitas is the hellspawn of vanity and resides within Hope Hill.
Cool.
He has granted a following through his preachings and such, and basically has kind of cultinized. Is that a word? I don't know. The town of Hope Hill.
He's
Cultivated?
Cultivated? Is cultivated the word for that?
No. So cultivated means
I know it's
gather a bunch.
gathering, but
So he could
He's cultivated a cult, yes.
he's cultivated a cult cultivation.
Yes.
Cult cultivation. I love English. It's great.
Cult.
Isn't it great?
Anyways.
The next, she technically both of these are in the same place. She does the first card.
Uh-huh.
This is libido, and this is avaritia. Libido and avaritia are the hellspawn of lust and greed, and the two of them reside within the city of Granvale. It's a fairly large city, not quite a capital city, but it's pretty bustling
It's
there.
a surdy.
Now, Libido has taken control of her little followers and such through a brothel known as the Rosebud.
Oh.
Avaritia the Hellspawn of Greed owns a casino
There
and
it
has
is.
taken over that portion of his following through the people's greed, obviously.
Right. Okay.
She flips over another one. The next one is Ire. Ire is the Hellspawn of Wrath.
Years. Oh.
Hellspawn of Wrath can be found within Carrion Gulch, an old ghost town located in an old quarry. It's fairly run down, but anything living that goes in does not come back out.
Shit.
That's kinky.
Next one is the card for Ignavia, the Hellspawn of Sloth. She resides within the Whisper Pines, a rather ethereal, kind of spooky forest way out there that used to have kind of a decent like logging town, but has sort of dwindled over time. And then the last, I believe, no, not yet. Second to last, she flips over, is Gula, Hellspawn of Gluttony, who has taken the form of a rather voracious mayor in the town of Reedcross, which was once a bustling farming town, but now serves to satiate the ever-present appetite of their new mayor.
Wait, is that a reference to the fat mayor?
Who?
The fat governor from Thomas the Train?
No, but
No.
sure, if that's who you want to envision.
You mean Sir Topham Hat?
So I thought he was called the fat mayor.
No, I was imagining
Sir
a mix
Topham Hatt, the
between-
fat conductor.
I was
The
a-
fat conductor.
I was imagining a mix between Fisk and Dimsdale Dimmadome.
That's a really good, actually. I like that. Anyways,
And then
continue.
the last one is the card for the Hellspawn of Envy, Livor. Is it Livor or Livor? I don't know. But Livor is a resident in the capital city of Sin County Eminence.
Ooh, fancy.
Now, she said that there is no order in which these Hellspawn need to be slain.
Oh,
You can take one card with you. It has to be one at a time.
oh.
Well, I guess technically it doesn't have to be one at a time, but you can bring them all with you, but you take on one at a time, typically.
Yeah.
So you can go to whichever Hellspawn it is you want first, and then just go in any order. So it is currently up to you which of the Deadly Seven you wish to go after first.
We got a ranking.
There's no real power ranking. They all kind of hold a similar, hierarchy, mostly.
Okay.
Though she says that lower ranking of them would technically be Vanitas and Ire.
The gambling and the brothel.
No, Vanitas is vanity.
Right.
Ire is wrath. Because while Ire is strong, he ain't that bright.
Oh.
So if you really wanted to go after a lower ranking of the Deadly Seven, Vanitas or Ire?
Oh, which one's Ire?
Ire is wrath in Carrion Gulch, an old ghost town.
I think.
Wait, Wrath is one of the lower ranking ones.
Yes, because while
Interesting.
he's strong, he ain't too smart.
He's stupid.
And the other one is what? Why are they low ranking?
Because Vanitas is so full of himself, he believes himself to be an ascended hellspawn.
He's the one at Hope Hill.
He's the one at Hope Hill.
I'll go to Hope Hill.
You're going to Hope Hill?
Hope Hill.
Alrighty then. Now, here's where I can either decide to give us an intermission, and if we want to pick this up at some other point, because I know a lot didn't happen, but I'm just kind of getting the setup today.
It would be a good part one.
So here is a recap of what went down. You are the son of a wealthy ranch owner who was, run away from home because the Deadly Seven came by and destroyed your home for some reason. Not sure why. Wink. But, they destroyed your home, and now you wander as a bounty hunter. You found a witch out in the outskirts of Copper Run who made a deal with you to slay the Deadly Seven in return for a wish for anything you want with no questions asked. You are currently on your way to Hope Hill to slay the hellspawn of Vanity, Vanitas.
Okay.
Do you wish to continue, or do you want to stop it here? Because you seem like you're checked out already.
Well, I suppose we could probably stop it here.
I suppose we can stop it here. It's not the most eventful episode because we've been joking and
I think it's a good intro.
going around. I thought I'd be more prepared for this, but for some reason I wasn't.
That's all right.
You do have... Did you take the bounty for the Hanged Man?
Yeah.
So you have that. You could do that too while you're out there.
I might do that.
But anyway, thank everybody for putting up with my attempt at something.
It was not bad. I liked it.
For something that I whipped up for during a week. But anyway, I guess that'll be the setup for next time. Hopefully you'll be more coherent.
What was your favorite part about it?
I liked
The mule.
I had a feeling.
The worst part about it is I was just going to make it 3 horses. And I knew that if I put a fucking donkey in there, that Cody would take it.
You gotta know who you're playing with.
But
too.
here's the problem, right? I had an idea for a more goofy but like dangerous, like the type of cowboy who's like you don't take seriously.
Like Buster Scruggs.
Like Buster Scruggs, or more so like Vash.
Like
where
Vash the
he's all
Stampede.
fuck around until
Shit has to go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it fits the character.
I thought we'd get more action in this session than this, but it was just
that was kind of my fault.
It was kind of lame setup. It's fine. I understand.
No, it was fine, dude.
But
absolutely fine.
I think the jokes were funny enough.
The jokes were pretty funny. Some of them were pretty funny. We were mostly giggling like idiots throughout the entirety of this.
I think that's what the podcast is, though. We are comedy.
Are we?
Where's like a
Are we?
are comedy.
Oop, I'm kicking the thing again. Well, anyway, thank you
Thank you so much for watching.
for listening.
Yeah.
You can't see shit
You can't see shit because you're stupid.
because you're dumb
'Cause your
and you're
Face
blind.
is stupid.
Yeah, it has to do with their IQ, not the
I,
Not the
apo-
fact
audio
that
only
there's.
I
podcast.
apologize for calling out blind people.
Oh, well,
but-
no, they're prepared for this.
Oh, okay.
We're not talking to the blind
Dude,
people.
blind
We're
people are the
talking-
perfect podcast listeners.
We're
They are.
specifically talking to people
They
who
can see us like Daredevil.
We are the worst nightmare to deaf people because they get to stare at a photo.
Don't worry, we
more
will
support.
have Braille VCP episodes. Sorry,
Braille
that's fucked up.
VCP.
Wait, Braille's for blind people.
You're so dumb. It's okay.
All right, we're gonna leave before I dig us a hole any further. So thank you everybody
Thank
so
you,
much for
Kyle.
listening for another episode.
Kyle's channel will be in the link in the description below.
The channel is no longer
The dead
touched.
channel.
It might be maybe it's
Yeah,
more-
don't even bother putting mine in again. It's just my old Resident Evil 8 PS4
You're on the channel.
streams.
Technically, you're both on the channel. I don't have to put you in anywhere.
Oh, okay,
He's
great.
just gonna put your latest video, which is probably 4 years old, 5 years
Yeah.
old.
God damn, I don't even remember. I'm gonna have to look that up quick.
You definitely should have an episode where everyone goes to their old YouTube videos.
Mine are.
That would be fantastic.
Mine-
If
I
if
have
I was
one.
going to do that, I have to get the flash drive.
Oh,
Because I have a flash drive with all my classic old YouTube videos.
really?
Including the podcast I did with Mason.
Really?
Yes.
I think the.
Oh, I have that. I had that on my old phone.
Yeah, well, I have that
He
on...
snuck it to me.
I have it
I
on...
did give it to him.
You were a dirty bastard.
And guess what? He did it while we were doing an episode of the podcast, and you went downstairs.
You rat bastard.
Oh my god, I remember doing that.
You're like,
a-
hold up, I could do this quick.
You're a dirty little rat bastard.
I had to-
Also, it was 3 years ago.
It's gone now, regardless.
I
The
I think
Resident Evil
Phases
8
of the
shit was 3
Wolf
years ago.
videos
Wow.
are gone. However, one of my old channels is still there.
Okay, whatever.
It's a good idea, though. I liked it.
I'm ending the video.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye.
I still didn't get a good intro.